Hello, everyone. This is Devesh Harplani, and I'm a CA finalist. Welcome to this new series named Inside Angle Going Beyond Mark Sheets. I'm very happy to share that the inaugural talk of this particular series is being held with none other than Pramod Jain, who is not only the talk of the town today, but the talk of the entire country. He has secured All India Rank 1 in CA Finals January 21 exams. So, first of all, Pramar, heartiest congratulations to you, and thanks a lot for being with us today.
Thank you, Divesh. I'm very excited to be here with you.
That means a lot to me, Brahma. Thanks. So, Brahma, the first and the foremost question, I'll not ask you how you felt when you saw the results. My question is, how has the feeling changed from the moment when you saw the result till this very moment while we record this video?
Okay, so basically, as you might know, the results came out late at night. So when I first saw my result, I was basically dumb for 3 or 4 seconds. Then the world swirled in, and from that moment on, my life has all been about calls, interviews, schedules, meetings with ministers, meeting with friends, meeting with faculties. So that's all that have been about my past 3 4 days. So has the feeling sunk in yet? Basically, so I'm still trying to internalize the feeling. I still haven't yet realized that I have got all India rank first position in CA final exams.
Obviously you are a celebrity now, so you are bound to meet so many people and give so many interviews. But then, Ramor, I'm sure you would have been bored answering the same questions across these many interviews. But then I'll not certainly bore you in this particular interview. Rather, this is a session wherein we get your insights. And actually, the very purpose of this series is to have insights on your entire CA journey, and not just those particular aspects when people tend to focus on. In fact, there is a particular perception about rankers as such and the CA course as such that it is all about studies. But then, basically, we would like to have insights on this particular thing from you, and that is the very purpose of this particular channel series. And that is the reason it has been named Going Beyond Mark Sheets. So we would like to have that inside angle from you, Pramod. So moving on to the next question, out of all the reactions that you got, I mean, from your relatives, from your friends, which reaction has been the most unique one or the most special reaction?
Speaking about most special reaction, so basically, I would that would go to my Didi. So basically, the day the results came out at night, around 12 p.m., my Didi from Goa called me and she was like, Brahman, जो न्यूज में आ रहा है AR1 वो तेरा ही आया है. She was like, सच में तेरा आया है, सच में तेरा आया है. मतलब she was not believing at all कि मेरा AR1 है. Even she went on to say that एक बार बोलते तक कि तुम्हारे भाई का AR है तो हम मान सकते थे, लेकिन भ्रमर का AR1 आया, we can't believe at all. मतलब she was literally asking me for proof, send me the screenshot she was seeing, and she repeated this fact 3 4 times. तो बोला यार मैं इतना भी गधा नहीं हूँ यार. रैंक तो आ ही सकता था यार.
Certainly,
So that
certainly.
was
So
definitely the
after
most unique reaction. Basically, what's the
it was
issue is that
certainly the most.
my brother in my family, my brother is kind of good, very bright in academics from starting itself, and I've been somewhat a musty for types in my family. So basically, that's why this reaction came from my baby.
Okay, okay. So in fact, good to know that rankers, in fact, AIR1 भी मस्ती खोर होता है. Anyways, so moving on to the next question. Have your friends started calling you ranker sahab या फिर AIR1 sahab, or I mean similar words, बड़े लोग or something like that?
Actually, it's quite the opposite. मतलब आई एम टू ट्राइंग टू इम्पोज ऑन देम दैट कि मैं बड़ा बन गया हूँ, थोड़ा सेलिब्रिटी कर दिया हूँ, दैट रिस्पेक्ट मी. बट इट्स क्वाइट द अपोजिट. मतलब आई हैव बीन गेटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ कॉल्स ऑब्वियसली. तो कभी कभी मुझे उनसे बात करनी होती है, लाइक फ्रेंड से कुछ काम होता है, सो आई कॉल देम. तो अगर मेरा 4 5 रिंग में वो कॉल्स नहीं उठाते ना, तो आई एम लाइक मेरा कॉल 4 5 रिंग में कैसे नहीं उठाए. सो दे आर लाइक तू हो गए यार, तू है भ्रमर ही हमारे लिए. So it's actually quite the opposite. I am trying to impose on them that I am AR1, but they are not accepting.
Perfect. So yeah, that's all Brahma for this.
Yeah.
Okay, Brahma. So going on to the next question, with the January exam papers being so tough, or I could say so out of the box, how did you manage writing those papers? And basically, how did you manage, or rather, how did you keep calm during those exam days, seeing such tough papers?
So yes, basically I think that Group 1 papers, all the papers were above average. Group 2 papers were like average or easy, I would say, but Group 1 papers were definitely tough. But somewhere we know from the starting that in CA final exams, 15 to 20 marks of every paper usually comes tough, as in above average. This time it was above average का भी थोड़ा सा above average, it was थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही tough, मतलब like outside the box. But he somewhere I knew कि हाँ कुछ तो tough होता ही है. So what was my strategy was कि जैसे ही मैं question पढ़ता था, like for example the question one that came in compulsory question in audit, by reading the first three lines I could know कि ये question एक ऐसे area से है जो मुझे नहीं आता and ये मुझे आएगा भी नहीं. So I immediately skipped that question. मैंने उसे पढ़ा ही नहीं and पूरे exam time मैंने उस question का load लिया ही नहीं. I I continued to solve the rest of the 80 marks of the paper confidently and calmly, and then at last I picked that question. So उसमें जितना आया well and good, जितना नहीं आया well and good. Obviously, somewhere you have to expect the institute's hard question देगी. Definitely, it's CA course. It's not a piece of cake. So I think it's normal कि hard questions आएंगे, and you have to just keep calm about it.
Very true. So it's all about keeping those nerves during those exams, not to get very anxious during those 3 hours of,
Suresh, your video is
and
shaking.
have that confidence in yourself.
Hello.
So basically, what I'm saying is, it's all about keeping your nerves during those 3 hours of exam, having that confidence that you will be able to manage that paper, and obviously, given the fact that the tough paper is tough for all, right?
Yeah.
So tell me something. Were after giving the exams, did you ever feel dejected or lost hope कि यार papers अच्छा नहीं गया, पता नहीं पास होगा या नहीं, रैंक आएगा कि नहीं? Did you ever lose that hope?
Basically, I lost that hope very early. So what happened was my original attempt was due on May 20. Then it got postponed to November 20. And then due to some COVID issues, I had to opt out and shift for Jan 21. Basically, इतना पढ़ने के बाद I was like so frustrated and so confused. Like my only objective in Jan 21 exams was to pass. And while giving the exams, obviously first four papers were very hard. So what used to happen was कि मैं सारे पेपर्स देने के बाद मेरा सेंटर जो था और मेरे एक दोस्त का घर जो था जिसने नवंबर 20 में एग्जाम दी थी बहुत पास था. So after every paper I used to go to his house and rant about my paper like anything. मतलब I used to give him every details analysis of my paper. अरे यार ये गलत हो गया, ये 15 मार्क का छूट गया, ये 20 मार्क का तो पक्का गलत होगा, ये एमसीक्यू गलत हो गया, ये तो देखा हुआ करके गलत कर दिया. So I was the like कि मतलब I had lost all hope कि मेरा rank आएगा, and especially after economic law paper, मतलब I think you would better explain what happened to me in economic law paper.
Yes, actually, I and Rama know each other since much before the exams. So basically, I remember on the economic law paper we were having a chat, and then Rama had clearly written that I've made a lot of silly mistakes in the paper, and basically all hope is lost that I'll be able to do well in these particular exams. And then I particularly remember that my reply to Pramar was that competition is always relative, and I have trusted Pramar since the day one. So I obviously told him that you'll certainly do well, and मेरे को आप पे इतना विश्वास तो है ही that you'll do well. And obviously, everyone knows what the results are. So yeah, Prabhar, you said you used to go to your friend's house and you used to discuss the paper. Would you suggest the same thing to others कि discuss कर लो paper?
Actually, I think that boils down to personal preference. मतलब कई लोग को ऐसा होता है डिस्कस कर लेते हैं कि ये आगे गलत है गलत, तो उनको तो इतनी टेंशन हो जाती है कि ये पेपर छोड़ो अगले 5 पेपर भी नहीं पढ़ पाएंगे. So if you fall in that category, I won't advise you to discuss your papers. But कई लोग मेरे जैसे होते हैं, as in एग्जाम लिख के आने के बाद उनको चुल रहती है. मतलब जब तक नहीं पता चले ये आंसर सही है कि गलत है, मतलब सेटिस्फैक्शन ही नहीं होता. We can't concentrate on the next paper. जब तक पता नहीं चलेगी क्या हुआ था. तो I in fact used to discuss with my friends and come to home, see the books, jot down the answers कि क्या गलत है क्या सही है. गंदा भी जाता था, थोड़ा बहुत बुरा लगता था, but I was able to like अगले दिन तक तो मैं फ्रेश हो ही जाता था कि हाँ गया पुराना पेपर. So if you can manage it, I think you can discuss. But ideally you should not discuss.
Right. And the next question, Brahma, is during the exam days, do you feel nervous? I mean, going to the biggest exams or rather the toughest exam of your life, did you feel that nervousness or anxiety while going for the exam?
So basically, मैंने, as I have told earlier, कि Jan 2021 exams I was giving only for passing. So basically, मेरा जो mindset था ना, वो काफी chill था. असल में it so happened that all my friends gave exams in November 20. So I was kinda like थोड़ा सा अकेला टाइप का हो गया था. I was feeling like I have already failed और बस अब पास होना है, ऐसे टाइप का थोड़ा माहौल सा था. So basically मैं बहुत chill था कि बस पास होना है, पास हो जाऊंगा, थोड़ा सा भरोसा है. But then also, what happened was the first paper was FA, and at the morning of the paper, I vomited. The next paper
Oh,
in SFM, in the morning, I vomited. In the next paper also, I was feeling nauseous and very much like अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था. So I decided from that moment onward कि मैं breakfast नहीं करूँगा. So in all the exams, I did not have breakfast. I used to eat only after I came back from exams. So I believe कि subconsciously I was like nervous like hell. I was scared to death. That's why my body was not supporting me and all this was happening. So obviously
okay.
I
So
was definitely
in
nervous.
So in fact, I mean, good to know, or rather, it is not
But
certainly good, but then
good
I
to
think
know.
this good to know that even an All India ranker one was nervous during his exams. So I mean, that is good to know for the students कि उनको अच्छा लगता है. अच्छा चलो ranker को भी ये feeling होती है, तो हमको ये feeling हो रही है, that is very normal. So that way it is good to know. Obviously not good that you vomited, certainly not. But then I'm happy to see you doing well even after what happened during your exam days. So next question, Romer, is how did you complete your entire course? I mean, obviously, CA final is known for its vastness, and every particular subject has a mammoth course. How did you manage to complete the entire course in the 1.5 days before exam?
Okay, so I think all the PL you prepare for those 1.5 days. So throughout the PL, you have in your mind ki how I am going to tackle that subject in 1.5 days. So a strategy that I adopted for majority of subject was to make summaries. So basically, I used to make short notes, short summaries of almost every chapter in a subject. And in first revision, I used to try to make that. And in subsequent revisions, second revisions, and thereafter, I used to refer that summary. So when you refer a material again and again, again and again, so next time आप जब refer करते हैं, so you can easily scroll through it. So making summaries definitely helped me cover the subjects in 1.5 days. Along with it, what I used to do was I used to solve all the questions in first reading and definitely filter out the questions. ABC analysis वो हम सभी करते हैं, IPCC करते आए हैं. So I used to filter out the questions. But this time I filtered out the question to such point that literally in essays I had only 10 or 11 questions to look to, and almost in every subject I had very minimal questions. और ऐसे कुछ subjects हैं जिसमें कि solve करना जरूरी होता है. So what I did was in third revision, that is just before exam, उस revision में मैंने वो question को देख लिया. So in exams, the questions were last priority. So what I used to do was go through all the provisions, go through all the chapters and provisions वगैरह. मतलब theory पढ़ो, concepts पढ़ो, पढ़ते रहो. And then during the exam day, अगर आपके पास time बचता है, then I used to go to the questions. So, but this was my strategy. But मेरा 100% course revise हो गया था. So it was not an issue.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And the next question, Brahmer, is during those 3 hours of exam. I mean, उस time पे क्या आपको ये thoughts आ रहे थे कि this is my life's biggest exam? Was it giving you that anxiety कि यार अब तक की जितनी preparation की है since very long, all this is going to be tested on the basis of these 3 hours of exam? Was there any such feeling या फिर तो सिर्फ लिखने में ही ध्यान था? No other thought struck you?
वो सब फीलिंग पीएल में आता है कि कैसे होगा 1.5 दिन में, ये दिन में. जब क्वेश्चन पेपर सामने आता है, आंसर बुक सामने होता है, तब दिमाग से सारी चीजें उड़ जाती है. बस क्वेश्चन दिखता है और आंसर लिख पाऊंगा कि नहीं वो दिखता है. तो डेफिनेटली वो तो सब भूल जाता है. इवन मतलब वो 3 आवर्स में तो मतलब मुझे तो प्यास भी नहीं लगती थी, मैं तो पानी भी नहीं पीता था. एंड आई यूज्ड टू रियलाइज कि यार बॉटल तो पूरी की पूरी भरी रह गई. इवन आई इमेजिन कि जो लोग टॉयलेट जाते हैं, हाउ आर दे मैनेजिंग टू गो टू टॉयलेट. मतलब उनको इतना प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड कैसे कि टॉयलेट भी जाना है. तो डेफिनेटली वो 3 आवर्स में तो कुछ दिमाग नहीं चलता, बस पेपर में ही फोकस रहता है. आई थिंक इट्स नेचुरल, सबके साथ वैसे ही होता है.
True that, true that. How did you manage those 3 hours of exam? I mean, how did you manage time during those 3 hours of exam and plus those 15 minutes before the exam time? मतलब पेपर छूटते हैं सीए फाइनल के, तो how did you manage writing the entire paper in those 3 hours?
So basically, for reading time, my strategy has always been like since IPCC, my strategy was do not read the questions in reading time. Matlab, I used to just pick the question one or any question for that sort, and I start solving it in my mind. Obviously, you can't write in the paper. So in those 15 minutes, I try to solve a question in my mind or think about the answer for theory papers. And as soon as the time starts for examination, I used to start writing. So basically, मैं choice नहीं करता था. I used to start solving the papers in those 15 minutes. But when I came to final, I took opinions from many people, good people, very good people, and almost 99% of them told me कि नहीं यार वो 15 minutes में you have to make a conscious call, you have to go throughout the entire paper and make a call कि कौन सा तुम्हें छोड़ना है, like option evaluate करना है तुम्हें. So for almost all the papers, I followed that strategy except IDT. But the fact is, it turned out quite opposite. मतलब I was not quite satisfied in all those 7 papers, and IDT में मैंने जिसमें direct question उठा के solve करना चालू कर दिया था, that was my best paper. So basically, reading time में, I think you should take up 1 or 2 mock test papers, solve them, and analyze what suits you best. मतलब don't go according to the opinion of majority. अगर तुम्हें लगता है कि नहीं मैं फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन को उठा के सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ और आगे डिसाइड हो जा रहा है कि क्या छोड़ना है क्या नहीं, आई थिंक you should evaluate what's best for you and don't go according to people's opinion. So, and definitely,
Very true, right?
First I used to solve MCQs. I think everybody does that, and that is the like sane option. So try to cover MCQs in half an hour or 40 minutes. It depends on the type of MCQs you get, and then I proceeded to solve on the question or answers. Descriptive.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, I think that's the perfect approach that everyone should evaluate his own better approach by himself by solving probably 1 or 2 mock tests. So the next question, Brahmer, is today the most dreaded subject after audit. I would say, in fact, audit is now less dreadful as compared to SCMP. SCMP is the most threatening and the dreadful subject for all CA finalists, including myself. So any particular insights on how to prepare SCMP, how to write the SCMP paper, and how to prepare those case studies?
तुमने अपमान किया है अभी ऑडिट का. Audit was, is, and will be the hardest subject. I think all the hype that has been created about this SCMP has started from November 20 exams. मतलब November 20 एग्जाम से हमारे टाइम पे एज इन तो वी यूज्ड टू कंसीडर कॉस्टिंग एज लाइक रेसिडुअल सब्जेक्ट. यार ये तो हो ही जाएगा, प्रैक्टिकल तो बहुत इजी होता है, प्लस माइनस होता है, पर थियरी देख लेंगे कैसे करना है. So basically, November 20 exams में the paper came so easy, like the 120 marks for all questions were exactly copy paste of study material. So somewhere I feel that ICI targeted hard checking of that paper. That's why people got like really miserable marks. Like बहुत कम मिले लोगों को expectations के हिसाब से. As such, cost is not a difficult subject. Only because of that result, अभी ये माहौल बना है या ट्रेंड बना है कि यार SCMP hard है, SCMP hard है. SCMP is not hard at all, I believe. Basically, now ICI has come up with a digest, I believe, some sort of, yes, they call it digest, right? So काफी सारी case studies आ गए हैं. So ठीक है, that is a thing to be tackled. Okay, what my approach in SCMP was, first I used to go through all the practical questions. I think practical chapters are very less. Decision making and standard costing हो गया, and ये तो इसमें ऐसा होता है कि you just select representative questions, एक से ज्यादा भी नहीं, and just solve them. मतलब एग्जाम के एक से ज्यादा बिल्कुल नहीं, और उसको भी कैलकुलेटर में भी कर लोगे तो then also it's fine. So practical you can sort it that way, and you can also obviously make notes of important points of practical कि कौन सा important point था. So that's a good way of tackling it. And for theory, what I did was, in first reading itself, I made summary of all the theory. And actually, it's not quite justified for me to say it as summary because it was literally notes. It was वापस मैं पूरी बुक ही लिखता था. Obviously, I used to cut क्या बोलते हैं irrelevant paragraphs and all, but I didn't used to write like keywords. I used to write full phrases, full sentences. So I made a summary of almost 40 to 41 pages of theory. And what I did was, in second and subsequent revisions, I read only that theory. सो कॉस्टिंग की थ्योरी ऐसी ऑब्वियसली कि थोड़ी सी जनरल है, इट्स लाइक नॉट वेरी टेक्निकल लाइक लॉ और समथिंग, तो डेफिनेटली याद करने में दिक्कत जाती है. So for this, what I did was I made mnemonics for almost every pointer question. मतलब जिस भी question में multiple points होते हैं, I made mnemonics. Be it mnemonics by initials of the word, or be it mnemonics by taking up keywords and making a story. So I made a lot of mnemonics. So this way I could tackle theory. And theory, believe me, last तक मैं बहुत comfortable हो गया था. So if you follow this approach of writing it down and then repeatedly going through it, then theory is manageable in costing. And as for case studies, I would say कि see now people are thinking कि यार वो डिट्टो कॉपी पेस्ट आया था केस स्टडी नवंबर में, तो उसका तो इंस्टीट्यूट डिट्टो आंसर मांगेगी, so let's ratify all case study. It's not humanly possible, man. मतलब एक केस स्टडी का आंसर इज लाइक 7 to 8 pages. It goes on for 7 to 8 pages. उसमें बेसिक थ्योरी तो लिखते रहती है, and then दुनिया भर का ज्ञान होता है. You can't learn that दुनिया भर का ज्ञान, और अब तो मतलब केस स्टडीज भी बढ़ गए हैं. सो देखो बेसिकली मेरी
Correct.
अप्रोच तो पहले ये थी कि केस स्टडी में आई ओनली यूज्ड टू लर्न दैट बुकिश सॉर्ट ऑफ पॉइंट्स, एंड बाकी सब लिख लेंगे, ऐसा था मेरा इरादा. लेकिन आफ्टर नवंबर 20 मैं भी थोड़ा सा डर गया था कि कॉपी पेस्ट क्वेश्चंस आ गए थे और कॉपी आंसर्स ही मांगेगी इंस्टीट्यूट. लेकिन देन also I realized it is not quite humanly possible to learn the answers. So what I did was I used to pick keywords, थोड़े से सेंटेंस, मतलब एक हर पैराग्राफ में एक एक लाइन अंडरलाइन कर लिया थोड़ा सा कि हाँ इस पॉइंट पे लिखना है, इस पॉइंट पे लिखना है, इस पॉइंट पे लिखना है. और क्वेश्चन, इनफैक्ट क्वेश्चंस जो होते हैं ना, क्वेश्चंस में भी मैंने हाईलाइट कर लिया था, लाइक व्हेन आई स्टडी फॉर एग्जाम्स, मुझे क्वेश्चंस पूरा केस स्टडी वापस ना पढ़ना पड़े. दैट इज आल्सो वेरी हेक्टिक, मतलब पूरा टाइम चले जाएगा तुम्हारा. तो केस स्टडी के क्वेश्चन में भी हाईलाइट कर लो, जिससे एक एक कीवर्ड से पता चल जाए कि क्या मांग रहा है वो, एंड जस्ट आंसर के भी कीवर्ड देख लो, एंड दैट्स इट. डोंट एवर ट्राई टू लर्न द केस स्टडीज. इट इज लाइक, एंड ऐसा जरूरी भी नहीं है कि कॉपी पेस्ट केस स्टडी आएंगे. लाइक इन आवर अटेम्प्ट आल्सो अ ब्रांड न्यू केस स्टडी केम ऑफ अ ब्रांड न्यू टॉपिक, मतलब सप्लाई चेन मैनेजमेंट पे आया था केस स्टडी, दैट इज क्वाइट अनटच्ड टॉपिक. सो देयर इज नॉट, मतलब ज्यादा लोड लेने की जरूरत नहीं है केस स्टडी की. जस्ट मेक श्योर टू लर्न द कंसेप्ट, उस बेसिस में आप लिख सकते हो, बिल्कुल लिख सकते हो केस स्टडी का आंसर.
I think probably your insights are bring a bit of relief to all our viewers, including myself, in fact. And thanks for giving us a very detailed insight of your preparation strategy so far as SCMP is concerned. But Brahma, what were your marks in SCMP? I mean, just for for the viewers.
I scored highest marks in SCMP, that is 84, मतलब out of all my subjects.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And what was your total marks?
Wait, and
total of your mark sheet.
that justifies my strategy for case study. How so? Because SCMP में 120 marks question came. That was like totally out of the question. मतलब क्या था बिल्कुल समझ ही नहीं आया. In fact, after coming back from exams, I wasn't able to solve it. But somehow I made a stupid decision and I didn't leave that question in option, and I solved that question. So basically I believe कि वो 20 marks में तो मतलब कितने ही marks मिले होंगे मुझे, like बहुत सारे marks कटे होंगे. So that this goes on to indicate that first question जो case study था उसमें मुझे plentiful marks मिले. And even after the fact that only 3 questions of that case study were pure theory, मतलब जो book की theory type की थी, and I wrote exactly the book theory, and बाकी some was like analyzing the case study and writing from your point of view. So ICI gave marks to me in that.
Correct.
Obviously, I'll come to know more about it after I get my certified copies, and I'll try to make that available to everybody. But that's what I'm saying. Don't take load of case studies, ज़्यादा.
Thanks a lot for, making those certified copies available whenever they come. Thanks in advance, in fact. So, Brahmer, again, the same question. What was the total of your mark sheet?
Total was 611, yeah.
Okay, Brahma, if I'm not wrong, in the new course till now, no one has secured 611 marks. If I'm not wrong, your score would have been the highest so far as the new course attempts are concerned, right from May 18 till January 21. Are you aware of this fact?
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. Are you sure about it?
I'm not very sure, but then if I'm not mistaken, it is that way. To the extent I remember, from all the attempts from May 18 till now, 611 is the highest score. So how do you feel about getting or rather creating a record, creating history for that matter?
It feels great, but obviously records are meant to be broken, and I'm sure that this mark would be broken in the next attempt itself. I'll hope that the next year gets, in fact, 650 plus.
Yes, obviously, Brahmer, records are certainly meant to be broken, and I'm sure you'll be very happy when in the next attempt your record is broken. After all, it's certainly so that at the end of the day, it is not about mark sheet, like our series name suggests. Certainly, mark sheet. The life is much more than mark sheets. So yeah, it is certainly a byproduct of your hard work. But still, congratulations for creating a record, which hopefully will be broken. So the next question, Brahmer, is: were there days during your preparation when you were not probably at your optimal best, whether physically or mentally? And if so, then how did you optimize those particular days, or how did you maintain that calm in those particular days during your
Basically,
preparation, or rather your study leave?
yeah, yeah. During my study leaves, right now, during the PL.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
तो बेसिकली
yeah.
सबको पता ही है क्या माहौल था May 20 एग्जाम्स के कैंसिल होने के बाद. इट वाज लाइक ऐसा लगा था कि मूवी बन सकती है कि लाइक इतना स्पेक्यूलेशन, इतना ट्विटर ट्रेंड, इतने ट्विटर वॉर्स, इतने यूट्यूब वीडियोस. तो लाइक आवर ब्रेन वाज लाइक भजिया एकदम, मतलब कुछ समझ ही नहीं आता, पढ़े ना पढ़े, कब पढ़े, क्यों पढ़े, पढ़ना ही क्यों है एज. तो उस टाइम तो लाइक द स्टडीज वर मोर ऑफ अ मेंटल गेम देन जो अपन करते हैं पढ़ना. So that was literally a very challenging phase. But somewhere यार जब इतने सारे inputs आते हैं तो you can't concentrate on your studies. मतलब कहीं ना कहीं ऐसे लगता है, मतलब अपन लो हो जाते हैं थोड़े से. So what I did at that time was to tackle this. I reduced my study hours थोड़ा बहुत, and I took some side activities, be it trying to learn to play a guitar, be it writing with left hand, be it watching YouTube videos, exploring new channels, any sort of thing. I used to pick up just any sort of thing and I used to proceed on it. So that was my strategy.
Okay,
Like,
perfect.
मतलब you should manage your mood. Just studying, अगर तुम दिन रात पढ़ते रहोगे, 12 घंटा पढ़ लो, 14 घंटा पढ़ लो, लेकिन efficiency नहीं आ रही, तुम्हारा मन नहीं कर रहा है पढ़ने का, so it's of no use. So make sure that when you study, मन लगा के पढ़ो.
In fact, that brings me to my next question.
Your
If you did, how much importance would you? Am I audible?
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So, did you used to take breaks in your study leaves, and if so, how much importance would you attach to taking breaks?
Actually, I'm quite a different type of person when it comes to answering this question because, like, I am very moody. मतलब मेरा मूड करता है तो पढ़ता हूँ, मूड नहीं करता तो नहीं पढ़ता हूँ. मतलब आउटराइटली मेरा ऐसे ही है. मतलब आई नेवर प्लान अ शेड्यूल की, लाइक कई लोग ऐसे होते हैं ना कि 6 to 9 पढ़ना है, फिर 1 घंटा ब्रेक, 10 to 12 पढ़ना है, फिर 1 घंटा ब्रेक. So that is the best strategy. That is the ideal strategy. But I could not ever follow it. तो मतलब मैं अपने मूड के हिसाब से करता था. लाइक अगर मूड नहीं कर रहा है तो आई नो कि इवन आफ्टर मैं उस चैप्टर को लाइक पूरा पूरा आगे से पीछे पलट लूँ, घुसना कुछ नहीं है. तो आई यूज्ड टू टेक अ लॉट ऑफ ब्रेक्स एंड मन माना ब्रेक लेता था मैं. मतलब एज इन जब मन किया तब ब्रेक लिया. बट ऑब्वियसली आफ्टर डूइंग फर्स्ट रिविजन में तो ठीक है, छोटे छोटे ब्रेक्स लेके, बहुत सारे ब्रेक्स लेके हो गया. देन जब सेकंड रिविजन में आते हो, थर्ड रिविजन में आते हो, तो पढ़ने का मन ही खत्म हो जाता है. So you would definitely ask that question कि यार ब्रेक तो फिर मेरा एक दिन का चलेगा, ऐसे मनमाना करूंगा तो. Right.
Correct.
So what I used to do was कि like I used to try to make my studies interesting. Like कुछ ना कुछ करो कि स्टडी में तुम्हारा ब्रेक हो जाए. Like I was always creative and I used to like to draw when I was in school. So what I did was कि जब मैं समरीज बनाता था तो आई यूज टू टेक अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ पेन्स, हाइलाइटर हो गए, पेन्स हो गए, एकदम पूरा स्ट्रक्चर्ड अच्छी हैंड राइटिंग में बनाने की कोशिश करता था. तो कहीं ना कहीं उसमें थोड़ा सा फन भी हो जाता था. सो दैट वे आई कुड मैनेज टेकिंग ब्रेक्स एज वेल एज लाइक स्टडीइंग. इनफैक्ट जब इतने सारे पोस्टपोनमेंट्स हुए तो लाइक बाद में तो हालत एकदम बैंड हो गई. तो इवन दैट यूज्ड टू हैपन कि आई यूज्ड टू टेक वन फुल डे एज अ ब्रेक and binge watch movies like hell. But I used to make sure कि like next day the output is twice the normal day. Like to take breaks and maintain your productivity and efficiency. And taking breaks is definitely very, very important.
Perfect, Brahma. Also, in your entire study leaves, or rather, I would say in the last, probably in your case, it has been a long time, but then in the last 1 year or so, have you ever doubted yourself? I mean, मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा, या फिर if at all you have doubted yourself, how have you overcome that doubt?
Basically, after May 20 postponement of May 20 exams, I was doubting myself. मतलब नवंबर 20 में लग रहा था कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे. इट सो हैपेंड वाज, अच्छा एक इंसिडेंस बताऊं. लाइक मेरे स्ट्रेटजी हमेशा क्या होती है, आई पिक अप वन सब्जेक्ट एंड उसको पूरा करता हूँ जब तक वो खत्म ना हो जाए. आई डोंट टेक टू सब्जेक्ट्स एंड देन मूव ऑन टू नेक्स्ट सब्जेक्ट. तो मेरा हमेशा से यही रहा है, आईपीसीसी से यही रहा है. इनफैक्ट फर्स्ट रीडिंग में भी ऐसी रही थी, May 20 की प्रिपरेशन के टाइम भी ऐसी थी. बट व्हेन आई वाज स्टडीइंग फॉर November 20 ऐसा हो रहा था, लाइक डीटी उठाया, 4 दिन पढ़ लिया, उसके बाद ऐसा सेचुरेशन पहुंच रहा था, मतलब आई वाज सो मच सेचुरेटेड दैट चिढ़ मच गई थी वो सब्जेक्ट से. सो आई हैड टू टेक अप नेक्स्ट
Oh.
सब्जेक्ट, है ना. So I had to take up 2 subjects or something like that. So somewhere I was seeing that how my strategy is changing, मतलब why my mind is changing. So I was like, यार अब मेरे पास वो कि अब मेरा पढ़ने वढ़ने का मन नहीं कर रहा, क्या हो रहा है. मतलब at that time I really doubted myself, and obviously after I opted out of November 20 exams, it was तो like कि मतलब I was sure that मुझे सिर्फ पास होना है, रैंक तो बहुत बहुत मुश्किल है, मेरा ना आने का मन है ना आएगा. So I doubted myself even before the exams.
Oh, that's great. I mean, in fact, that's not great. Obviously, that's not great that you doubted yourself. But then, what is great is even after doubting yourself, you ended up securing AIR 1. And in fact, यही बात ही है कि we have come to know that insight कि चलो AIR 1 को भी खुद पे डाउट हुआ है. मतलब there is nothing foolproof as such probably.
Yes.
So certainly.
I think in CA it's
Yeah. The
all
next
about
que-
passing.
Yeah.
मतलब every student is just concerned about passing. कोई consciously बोल नहीं सकता कि मेरा ऑल इंडिया रैंक आएगा एकदम.
I can more than relate, and in fact, I can more than agree to what you are saying. भाई मतलब pass हो जाए. Okay. So next question is, time को छोड़ते थे, मतलब did you leave certain topics or chapters in any paper, या फिर कुछ भी छोड़ के गए थे, कुछ पढ़ा ही नहीं पहले दिन से types.
No, I have a very strict
Pareto
policy.
analysis.
No, 80%, 20% मार्क्स फिर भूल जाओ पहले ही तुम. Pareto analysis does not at all work here. मतलब I have a strict policy from IPCC itself, like 100% course coverage. 100% course coverage is very important in CA, and I think ICA wants that. मतलब it usually so happens कि तुम देखोगे, अगर एनालाइज करोगे तो कई सारे ऐसे चैप्टर्स होते हैं that is left by students, एंड अगले अटेम्प्ट में उसी का 10 मार्क्स से आता, उसी चैप्टर से 10 मार्क्स का आता है. So ICA wants us to cover 100% of course. So basically first reading में I used to make sure कि मैं 100% of course बिल्कुल definitely cover कर रहा हूँ, even if it is an irrelevant topic, minutest of topic. Obviously the depth of going into a particular topic depends on its importance. Like एक topic हमें पता है कि थोड़ा important नहीं है, तो ठीक है, I would go through it, make a short note and incorporate it in my summary, but I won't leave it outrightly. And obviously जो अच्छे टॉपिक्स हैं उनको
Okay.
इन डेप्थ एनालिसिस करूंगा, इनमें थोड़ा कम इन डेप्थ जाऊंगा, लेकिन आई वुड मेक श्योर टू कवर इट. एंड 100% कवरेज मतलब स्पेशली बिकम्स इंपॉर्टेंट आफ्टर द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ MCQs. यू माइट इवन नोटिस कि अगर आप ऑडिट में अपनी रेफरेंस मटेरियल पढ़ के जाएंगे ना, सो आई एम क्वाइट श्योर कि आप 30 में से 20 मार्क्स ही स्कोर कर पाएंगे. एज इन SM में कई सारे ऐसे पॉइंट्स दिए हुए हैं या फिर कई सारे ऐसे एरियाज है जिससे एकदम इजीली MCQ बन सकते हैं, and that is not covered in reference material. So you have to go through entire SM1. 100%
Correct.
is very important.
In fact, that brings me to my next question, Brahmer. I recently actually heard a ranker say that rank लाने के लिए कुछ special skills होनी चाहिए आप में. So I actually wanted to ask someone like you कि यार ऐसी कोई special skills चाहिए क्या? That's the first question. And the second question is, if actually special skills are required to get a rank, यार please बताओ कौन सी special skills चाहिए. We'll try and build those skills.
What is special skills? पहले explain कीजिए मुझे वो. मतलब क्या special skills? हम जादू की जड़ी.
I myself am not sure. I mean, I just thought.
तकिए के नीचे बुक रख के सोए and then अंदर घुस गया. Obviously, there are no special skills. We all are same. We all have to study. We study the same study mat. We have the same institute. We have almost same approaches. इतना दुक्का छोड़ के, obviously, no special skills are required to मतलब land on an all India rank position. We just have to study
Correct,
like
correct.
everybody else.
So rank लाने के लिए कोई special skills नहीं चाहिए, and everyone is a contender for rank as such.
Thanks for watching the first part of this video. I really hope you liked it. Now to watch the second part of this video, click on I button. In the second part of this video, Pramar has shared more of his insights on his entire CA journey. And there are more such questions which will certainly justify the title of the series, Going Beyond Mark Sheets. Also, in the second video, Pramar has shared certain mistakes that he made during his preparations which one should not repeat. Thank you.